guys, Sarah here for Don't Bore Us with Troye Sivan.
Hey, how are you?
Good, how are you? How does it feel to be back in Australia?
It's so good. I'm so relieved. Yeah, just to be able to get a really good coffee and see my family and everything has been really nice.
If you could live a day behind the eyes of any singer in history, who would it be?
Whoa.
I know, big question.
I think super lame answer, but probably someone mega famous, like Michael Jackson or Beyonce or something like that.
Sure.
Mostly just to see I'm super interested in the logistical workings of a camp like that. Let's say you are Beyonce and you want to do pretty much anything. How? You know what I mean?
Like go to the grocery store.
Exactly. Assistants and stuff like that, I would assume, but I would want to see her go out and about for the day and just kind of see how that all
Wasn't
works.
there that crazy Taylor Swift story where they sneak her out of her building in one of those crates?
In a crate, I've heard that.
That'd be wild.
Yeah. I've always thought that if you're at that point where you literally can't leave, surely you would take a little bit of money and invest in some really good prosthetics and go out and about and enjoy your day.
So music is a really tough space to break into. And you did a great job of it coming up through YouTube and acting. What advice do you have for younger people who want to get into the industry?
I would definitely say go online. I have no idea how to do it any other way. Can't even imagine having to send demo tapes to a record label or whatever. Yeah, just do it yourself online as much as you possibly can. Find a producer that you like and someone that you love making music with, or do it all yourself and then just kind of go from there.
What is the record that changed your life?
Record that changed my life. Wow, there was so many, but I think Back to Black by Amy Winehouse was the album that made me want to start writing songs.
That's awesome. Why is that?
I don't know, I just I'd never heard someone write so specifically about their life, and so songwriting went from this thing that you did to entertain the masses to a very personal thing that you did to not to sound dramatic, but to survive and to, get through life. And so that all of a sudden seemed really appealing to me. And so I started writing just really intimately and personally just for myself, and loved it.
Well, it's funny that you say about songwriting for you being so personal, because I distinctly remember the first time I heard Wild, which was the first song I ever heard from you. I was driving across the Harbour Bridge, and it was a night out after I'd been bartending, and I was listening to it, and I was holy moly, I had to pull over the car, Shazam the song, because I loved it so much. Because it felt so personal. And I'd love for you to walk me through your songwriting process and what do you start with, where do you take inspiration from?
Yeah, so first of all, thanks. But I normally just start with, I do writing sessions, so I'll go into a room knowing that the objective is to write a song. And kind of scroll through my phone, see if there's any little notes that I've written down, maybe find a word that inspires me, or a story or something like that. And then normally we start with piano chords and just kind of start singing complete gibberish and hope that something falls into your lap. And then it's kind of detonating a bomb, because as soon as I hear the final product in my head, getting there is a lot harder than it seems, and every little decision you make could take you on a completely different track to a completely different song that you didn't want to write. And so it's a million little different decisions that hopefully get you to where you want to go.
And you recently revealed that Ariana Grande is going to be on your album, and you're also pals with her. How is it working with her in the professional sense?
So fun and easy. Literally, I went into the studio, we spoke about what we wanted to do, how we wanted to arrange the song. I left, she went home, she went in the next day, recorded it and texted it to me. It was done.
Amazing.
Yeah.
What is your favorite song that you've ever written?
Whoa. I think the one that I'm most proud of as a songwriter is The Good Side. Yeah, I've never written a song that I felt told a complete story from beginning to end. Normally I'll add in little textures and people can kind of try and grasp at what I'm saying. Whereas that song very specifically, I feel you could listen to it from beginning to end and be this is exactly what happened. And that is not easy to do for me, at least. So I'm really proud of the fact that I feel we did it.
Amazing. Well, on that, what's your favorite song to perform live?
Right now it's My Oh My. I think I subconsciously sort of wrote this whole album to perform live. I'm so excited for the shows. Yeah, so my for sure.
Cool. What does success mean to you? I was going to ask, like, originally my question was, where do you see yourself in 10 years? But
Yeah.
I would much rather hear what you think success would be for you.
Success for me, I mean, I feel successful right now in the sense that I get to do like what I've always wanted to do. And yeah, I mean, like for me, growing up, I just loved making stuff. And so the fact that now I get to like, I have this like record label that's willing to pay for me to make this music, and then I get to think, you know what would be cool if Ariana Grande was on this song, and then I get to like actually get Ariana Grande on the song. You know, it's like stuff like that. I feel like a kid in a candy shop, and so success for me would be that I get to keep doing this for as long as I want to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you kind of started off in the YouTube space. How has it felt moving from that kind of space to music, where you got so like an influx of so many new fans? Has it been like this amazing roller coaster, or is it a bit like scary and stressful?
No, totally. It was a big roller coaster and a big shift and change. Like the actual like job of being a singer is really there's like a lot to it that you wouldn't necessarily like think of before you kind of get into it. You know, a lot of
Like what?
just like interviews and photo shoots and stuff that you don't really like. Yeah, I just didn't think about it. I was like, okay, cool. You know, you make music and you put it out. And so that all took a second for me to learn. It's like super, super different from YouTube. And now that I feel like I get it, I am having a really, really good time. But at first it was like a little overwhelming.
Yeah. When you do have time off, what is your favorite thing to do?
Hang out with my family, and also like, such a lame answer, but do nothing. I really like just staying at home, or I go to the beach. Yeah.
But when you have days like today, when you've done a full day of promo, it must be so nice to be able to do nothing.
Yeah, totally. And just like get dinner and go home.
Amazing. It's also my idea of a good night.
Yeah.
What's one thing that your mum doesn't know about you?
Whoa. One thing that my mum doesn't know about me. I don't know if there's anything that my mum doesn't know about me that I want her to know. Yeah, I don't know. I think she kind of knows everything that I want her to know.
That you want, yeah, good. And then anything else doesn't need to be on camera.
Exactly.
If you could say anything to your 13-year-old self, what would it be?
I always say, like, relax. If I could tell myself anything, it would just be to relax, because life has a really crazy way of working things out, and yeah, and just like, I would just tell myself that I'm going to be okay, because I think I was like a really stressed and anxious teenager.
Yeah.
And yeah, especially before I came out. So yeah, I would just be like, everything's going to be fine. You don't need to stress as much as you are.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm Troye Sivan, and you're watching Don't Bore Us.